Well, the Amazon program is a course that was developed for the Honors College. It's based on an idea of something similar to an institution where students can go and get field practice, learn about different aspects of Amazonian environment, humanitarian issues, and practice, and then have another group come back another year, continue some of the projects that had started. And so it's an ongoing class. It's not a class that starts and stops and then starts and stops again, but rather it's supposed to continue with a service-based research foundation. In other words, the research that gets done is intended to also provide service to the communities.
Based on what FIU was already offering in terms of study abroad options, and they have the Spain, Italy, France, Jamaica programs, but it seemed a shame that for Florida International University with such a large Hispanic student population that we didn't really have anything that was being offered in South America, and so this seemed like an ideal opportunity to bring in that aspect and to cater to our own backyard in a sense.
It's actually a mix of cultures, even though they're living side by side. There's one group that we can say is primarily Yagua culture. It's a community that is dominated by people of Yagua descent and indigenous nationality down there. But even in that community, there are people of different indigenous groups that are also living in there. Their ethnicity is mixed, but they still have an overarching culture that you might call a riverine culture, very typical, relying upon the river for the majority of their needs, transportation, resources, and so forth.
My name is Norman Uriarte. I'm an international business honors major at FIU. I'm the vice president at Panorama Services and Travel. We're a leading travel management company here in South Florida. We handled the international airfare, and we were able to work with one of our preferred suppliers, Grupo Taka, and get them heavily discounted airfare, and we were also able to donate to free round-trip airline tickets in order to help them with their fundraising goals.
Most of the group left Miami on the 29th of June, flew from Miami to Lima, Peru, and then from Lima a connecting flight over to Iquitos, which is it's a city of about 500,000 people, but you can only get there by airplane or by boat. So we spent several days in Iquitos at the beginning of the trip doing some orientation, getting used to the climate, exploring the culture, visiting marketplaces. Then we traveled by riverboat, about 10 hours downriver from Iquitos to the Madre Selva Biological Station, which is operated by Project Amazonas. And that was our home base for 3 weeks. So that had the accommodations, it had the showers, the dining hall, all of the comforts of home. Well, maybe not the AC and the hot water, but nobody needed hot water down there anyway.
Well, I have a fascination for the world. I want to travel everywhere that I can. And when I heard about this program, I thought it was quite interesting because it was different from other study abroad programs that I knew of. So I thought it was a good opportunity to know the Amazon and to help the people over there. The initial proposal was to record the perceptions of the Yagua communities about their educational systems. But when we went there, we faced that things are not necessarily how we expect it to be. So my final project deviates a little bit from my initial proposal. We help them to develop their creativity through music. We sing with them, we dance with them, we painted a mural. I also record some observations of my own about the problems that their educational system is facing currently, and ideas from the professors and the students on how to solve those problems.
I think the hardest thing for the students there probably was the lack of communication. No telephone, no TV, no radio. They had to provide their own entertainment. So we had some good music jam sessions that I think everybody enjoyed.
I guess I'll have to say that the Amazon would be the perfect place if the mosquitoes were made of chocolate.
One of the things is that it was the first trip, and as being the first trip, I think we had tremendous success in different areas. The students, while we were in the field, decided that they wanted to create a student organization.
It's called Pathfinders. Our short-term goals is to work in these projects, to complete them, and our long-term goal will be to, create more projects, to develop more ideas.
One of the things that appealed to me the most about the Amazon program was the fact that each student was allowed to come up with their own individual service project. And I think that an important part of the project is the fact that Professor Riak and Professor Graham are empowering their students. Students are realizing that they can work together to have a positive impact on somebody else's lives. And I also think that we're very lucky to have faculty members that are willing to take on these type of projects, because I know from experience that they take a lot of hard work and dedication.
Overall, it was a great experience. Every single aspect of the trip was phenomenal. I have to say the people that I met there, the people that went with me to Peru, it was a great group to travel with. The children, they were fantastic. They were happy to see us there. The environment is just magical. The harmony of the birds and the frogs, the rain falling off, everything was just beautiful.